This is the Volvo EX60, not the XC60, but the EX60, because Volvo's electric models now start with an E. I'm here at the preview event before the official launch, so join me for a poke around the new electric Volvo SUV. This episode is brought to you by 3W Liners. Keep your car interior clean with perfectly fitting OEM-compliant mats, which are also eco-friendly and odorless. I have a set of 3W liners in my car and enjoy how winter, mud and grit stays on them and how easy they are to clean. They come with OEM mounts or adapters and everything stays in place. Get a set of 3W liners for your car, check out the link in the video description and use my code to get a discount. Volvo used to call its EVs and PHEVs twin motor, but with the expansion of its electrified model range, it quickly became too confusing. That's why Volvo's electric models now start with an E, like the EX30 or the EX90 for SUVs, or the ES90 for the electric sedan. But today we'll be talking about the EX60, the electric counterpart to the most popular model in the Volvo range, the XC60. This segment is quickly becoming crowded. We already have the Audi Q6 e-tron, BMW just launched the new iX3, Mercedes unveiled the electric GLC, and just a week before I'm recording this video, Mazda unveiled the CX-6e electric SUV. It may not be the most technologically advanced of the pack, but it makes up for it in design. All of these SUVs are approximately 480 cm long and 190 cm wide. These dimensions are similar to the first generation Volvo XC90 or the second generation BMW X5. The Volvo EX60 is over 11 cm longer than the combustion-powered XC60, measuring 481 cm in length. The wheelbase is a whopping 297 cm, which is also around 11 cm longer than in the ICE model. The EX60 is built on the SPA3 platform. Volvo boasts various production optimizations, including Megacasting, which involves a single aluminum casting instead of welding hundreds of components for the rear floor of the car. This minimizes waste and creates a lighter structure. A lithium-ion battery is also part of the chassis. Volvo opted for a cell-to-body design, meaning the battery is integrated into the floor rather than a separate housing. This also saves materials and reduces weight. Depending on the version, the battery has a net capacity of 80, 91 or 112 kilowatt-hours and can be charged at up to 370 kilowatts. It takes only 19 minutes to top up the battery from 10 to 80% under optimal conditions. This is an 800-volt architecture, but the EX60 can also use 400-volt chargers. The range is up to 810 kilometers. There is also V2L, V2H and V2G, assuming the latter is available in your region. Also, I forgot to open the flap. This is what it looks like. Like in the EX30 and the EX90, also here we see simple aesthetic design. The front is almost featureless, with an active air intake and concealed driver aid sensors. The only feature that tells us it's a Volvo, besides the badge, are the Thor hammer headlights. As standard, the EX60 comes with matrix LEDs, and the top Ultra trim gets pixel LEDs with more than 25,000 pixels, which can dim the light for up to 5 cars and 3 other objects at the same time. Then we have a simple profile with these weird wing door handles. More about them in a moment. And in the rear we have typical Volvo lamp clusters running down the D-pillars. An interlude to see what Volvo has put here, and it's a EX60 cross country. And how do we know it's a cross country? Well, I'll let you look at the car and guess. You can drop me a comment and I'll count to 1, 2, 3, get back here. Come on. Okay. So now I can tell you what are the real differences. So we start with the really off-roady stuff, and that's a skid plate, which is made of steel. And it goes down there somewhere. So this is steel and, well, no curb. No curb will stop you now. Another thing, it says cross country here. So if you didn't know, now you know. But there is more. Follow me here. And from the side, we can see that this car is taller. It's actually 20 millimeters taller than the standard car, and it can go additional 20 millimeters up thanks to its air suspension. However, if you're going to be driving it fast on the motorway, it'll drop 2 and 2 to the standard ride height like you get in the regular EX60. And just in case, if people didn't notice, it also says cross country here. But I don't mean to assume, but you could have driven so fast by that people didn't notice. So now they will notice. Oh, they will know. They will know. It says cross country here. And if they didn't see that because they're, I don't know, let's hope they're not colorblind, because this frozen green forest something, I'll put it down here so we know what it is. This color is reserved for the cross country only. So now you know. You're welcome. Everything else is the same. There is a frunk, which, because I don't have my app paired with the car, I will open using the manual latch. But this is one of those cars that you want to have configured. You want to have your profile and you want it to open your car, etc. Okay, so this is 58 liters VDA, or 85 if you just pour water into here, but you don't want to pour water into here because there is no drain plug. If you were to put a lot of stuff here, there's this yellow line which should not be exceeded, so everything must fit below this line. We have a repair kit, an emergency triangle, a first aid kit, your charging cables, your dirty shoes, etc. would fit here easily, and a Simply Clever, let's call it, this huge washer fluid funnel thingy, like in a Skoda but better. Okay, now let's see the boot, shall we? Follow me. Let's look inside the boot, which, according to my notes, has 523 liters VDA, that's up to the window line, and 1647 liters after we fold the rear seats. Now the 523 liters includes this underfloor storage here, which I shall shine some light upon so that you can actually see it. Yep, here it is. Okay, there are also these latches, let's say, where you can stow the cargo cover once you remove it. Okay, now let's look at the boot once again. Here it is. And now I'll tell you what the dimensions are, because sometimes you're interested. So let's go. I feel like Thomas from Autogefühl. 105 centimeters, believe it or not. Around 100 here, 101 even depth. Okay. To the cargo cover, we've got, you have to take my word for it, that it's 44 centimeters. And let's see, the height 70 and the width 100. So will your bike fit? You tell me. There are also buttons to lower the sill and to fold the rear seats, which I shall do right now. Now the front passenger seat is in, let's say, medium-sized driver's position, so it's not slid all the way forward, but it can move further back. We've got around 190 centimeters. I suppose we would get about 200 if we move the front seat all the way forward. So that's the boot of the Volvo EX60. Let's go and see the rear seat. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Pre-production. Oh, stop right there. Okay. These funky door handles, we'll talk about them more in a moment. No, actually, I'll talk about them right now. They are the only way to get into the car. There doesn't seem to be a physical latch from the front. So these don't move. Volvo assures that these are always powered. Should you need to exit the car from the inside and something was wrong, there is manual release from the inside, but from the outside it's either that or you smash the window. Hopefully that'll never occur. Okay, so I have a reply from Volvo about these door handles because I wasn't really convinced. And here's what Volvo has to say. We design our cars in a way where occupants should be able to exit the vehicle using mechanical interior release. You'll see that in a moment. Beyond that, each door set, left and right, has two independent power sources under the rear seat. If one is damaged, then the other automatically takes over. Electrical redundancy works quietly in the background to help ensure that doors remain operable in the event of a crash or power outage. Every door also has a manual release on the inside. They're repeating this. This is integrated in the door handle and can be operated with a double pull motion to open the door manually if needed. Yeah, so this is what Volvo has to say, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, we've got these rather heavy backrests, and they are adjustable somehow. Perhaps I need to close the door. Well, they are power adjustable, I think. Ah, there we go. So they were all the way back. So I can move them a bit more forward. Yeah. Okay. We've got an armrest with cup holders. We've got access to the boot because the seat splits 40, 20, 40. Okay. And we also have third zone climate control. We've got heated seats and ventilated also. And we've got some storage down here where you can put your phone, two USB-C ports, and the floor is completely flat and there is a lot of space. So my shoe size is around 8 or 42 and there is still some space left. So if you're a Bigfoot, you'll be fine back here. Lots of headroom, even with the panoramic roof, and yeah, lots of legroom. But you'd expect that with almost 3 meters wheelbase. Let's see the front. Oops, too light. There we go. Didn't want to slam it. Anyway, a lot of space here in the front. With my driving position, I'm 175 centimeters tall. The steering wheel is tiny, like in a Peugeot, with the driver's display above. And I like it. I think it's cool. There are physical buttons on the steering wheel. There are physical stalks, so that's good. It's not a Tesla. This is an 11-inch screen, the driver screen, and this is a 15-inch screen, which is now not portrait, but horizontal. And it's also convex. So this means that it's visible better for the driver and the passenger, I guess. Probably less reflections as well. On the side here, we've got widgets, and these widgets are context-based. So it's not like in the old system where you would have the last used options, but these will change and appear depending on the context, on the driving situation. We have the main menu with the map, or main menu with audio, media, and then we have this menu here, quick controls and different groups of different settings. Now, things which you can use are in blue, so they're easier to find. So again, not everything is available all the time, but the blue things are easy to reach and easy to find. Your driving, your controls, see, some of these are gray, so you can't use them at the moment. Your sound, speaking of sound, there are speakers in the headrests, in the back and in the front, of course, only in the top trim model. Charging information, car status, Connectivity, of course, you want to have your phone set up so that your phone is your key to the car. So preferably every user will have their phone set up with their profile. So when you get in the car is personalized for you. When your partner gets in the car, it's personalized for them, etc., etc. One thing I like here is the pull-down menu, in this case notifications, and the pull-down menu is marked with this little dash. Something I don't like in many Chinese interfaces. I know this is a Swedish car, Geely. The interfaces in Chinese cars are often badly marked from my perspective, but you can always tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, let's talk about the storage space here. So first of all, there is no armrest storage as such, so you don't open this. However, you have this slide out cup holder or general storage, like in the Volvo EX30, for example. You can put your phone here and use it like that, or you can charge your phone here. There is only one, unfortunately, wireless charger. There is a place for another phone, and this phone can be charged using one of the two USB-C ports here, and you can pull a cable through this groove here. This is your glove box. There is no glove box over here. This is instead of your glove box. There is some arrangement, let's say. So there is this little rubber tray, and it's rubber and it's soft. So if you put your coins in here, they will not rattle. This is obvious, but so many car makers get it wrong. There are also some stretchy elastic bands down here so you can secure stuff. And again, there is a rubber lining and felt lining down there, so nothing should rattle. There is also felt lining down here, and if you were a lady or if you have a man purse, no judgment, you can put it here and it's going to be nice and safe. Tell me, do you have a man bag, man purse, and what do you carry in it? Let me know in the comment section below. As of this world premiere, the P6 and P10 battery versions should be available for order, with the P12 coming later in 2026. First deliveries for the P6 and P10 cars are expected around summer, and P12 cars will reach customers by the end of 2026. Prices should be starting at around €60,000. Order books for the cross-country variant will open in the spring of this year. After the successful Volvo EX30 and the slightly less successful Volvo EX90, it's difficult to say how the EX60 is going to turn out. So I apologize for the cliché, but time will tell. And what do you think of the Volvo EX60? Perhaps you're considering one of its competitors. Drop me a comment below. If you like my sarcastic, down-to-earth and possibly mildly amusing car reviews, join me every Friday at 3 p.m. Central European Time, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video, as it helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.